G'day guys! Today we're turning Animal Crossing villages into Pokemon. Now, I looked through a bunch of different villages, but here are the 4 that I picked out that I think would make really awesome Pokemon designs. Alright, so I decided to start off with Molly, and for Molly I was thinking a pure normal type. I was mainly looking at Ducklet for an inspiration because I felt like Molly, being a really cute kind of villager, would make a really cute kind of Pokemon. No idea why I put swirls in the wings, but let's go with it. I think it looks fucking snazzy. You can see me draw something on her head, and I decided to draw the orange from this little cute picture that floated around the internet ages ago. And I fell in love with this picture, and it made me fall in love with Molly as an Animal Crossing villager even more, so I decided to keep the orange in the Pokemon's design. You can see me playing around with the beak a fair bit, and I'm clearly not happy with it, so in the end I decided to go with a big fuck off large beak just to make her look more adorable. I keep the Ducklet shaped eyes because I feel like they fit Molly's character a lot more because she also has like the same kind of eye shape. You can see me once again messing around with the beak as well. I'm trying out very different kinds of styled smiles for her, and in the end I just decide to ditch it. I think she looks cute as is, and then I go ahead and change the wings. I think they look so much cuter being more flat, just like her Animal Crossing design, rather than looking really fluffy. I also keep her cheek spots because I just think it's one of my favorite things about her design. I come in with the colors now, and I try to keep a very similar color. Like, shut the fuck up! I come in with the colors now, and I try and keep the same kind of colors that Molly has in Animal Crossing. By the way guys, I'm sorry if you hear a chirping sound in the background. My bird Link has decided that now is the time that she wants to join in conversation. And now is the time that I have to record, so my apologies for Link's secret little cameo in the background. Anyway, so here we are with the final colored sketch. Let's see what Molly actually looks like as a Pokemon. And here we go, here is the final lined, colored, and shaded design. Isn't she so adorable? Okay, next up we have Unka, one of my ultimate favorite villagers. I adore Unka. Honestly, Unka is just one of the coolest designs in Animal Crossing, period, so I felt like she would make a perfect Pokemon. Of course, I have the idea of making her a psychic type, and I was looking at Pokemon like Meowstic and Esper for inspiration. I felt like I wanted to keep her on 2 legs. For this particular design, I want her to look low-key kind of intimidating. So I decided to keep pointy ears, and I decided to keep a similar eye shape to what she actually has. I was thinking, okay, a gem kind of like Meowth. Maybe she's even a regional form of Meowth. Who knows, I could totally see that happening. I play around with some different mouth shapes, decided to keep the original I had going with. I decided to add in some eye makeup, play around with some different designs, end up going with a similar one that she actually has in her AC design. And I decided to go with her kind of mummy-like outfit instead of her New Horizons outfit. I just felt like it would be a little bit more fitting for a Pokemon design to have a kind of like psychic type mummy cat. So I kept the bandages she has wrapped around her in that design, and I incorporated it into the tail. You can see me playing around with different ways to wrap it around her body. And I come in with some kind of design for the face just to separate where I think I'm gonna put different colors. And now I'm going into the color design. I'm using very similar, pretty much the same colors, honestly, that she actually has in her Animal Crossing design. I wanted to keep the stripes in the tail. I wanted to keep the bright blue and the bright yellow. If anything, I made them a little bit more saturated in the Pokemon design. I decided to give her red eyes because I feel like that was a really interesting contrast, and her bandages I decide to keep white. Now, let's take a look at what Anka would look like as an actual Pokemon. And here she is, all line shaded and finished. Like I said, I see her being a psychic type. Honestly, this is one of my favorite designs that I've done in this video. I'm so happy with it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Next is the lovely little Ione. Now, I know Ione is a squirrel, so I had the idea of looking at Pokemon like Emolga for reference and other small cute Pikachu clones, but I decided from the get-go I really wanted to make the tail a big feature, so I decided I want to actually wrap it around over Ione's Pokemon design head, and I come in with a cute typical little Pikachu-like face, decide to make the eyes a little bit more long instead of round, put in some cheeky ears, put in some cute round ears like she has in her AC design. Honestly, I do see her as like one of the regional Pikachu clones that they have in every generation, you know, like there's a Mulga, there's Mimikyu, there's a bunch of other ones, so I think Ione would probably be something like that, the electric mouse of maybe a new region. I decide to keep pretty much an identical color palette to how she does in Animal Crossing. I do that with pretty much all of them, but there are some slight differences here and there. I definitely see her as a pure electric type, and I think maybe this Pokemon is nocturnal, like it comes out at night. If it sees a predator or something that's scary, it curls its tail over its whole body to kind of blend in with the night sky while it's running around. So that was kind of the idea I had with this one. I actually had a lot of fun with this design. This is probably one of the ones where I kind of knew what I wanted to do with the design going into it. The other ones I was more just going with the flow and kind of just getting inspiration as I drew. So let's see what Ione looks like as the finished Pokemon design. And there she is in all her electric glory. My favorite part of this design is actually the little heart-shaped nose that she has. Honestly, here we go, saving the best design for last. Okay, sorry, spoiler alert, yes, this is my favorite design of the ones that I've done. This one honestly just stands out to me personally. I really love designing Pokemon, or fakemon, whatever you like to call them. This has been such a fun challenge, and this one I knew immediately what I wanted to do. I was looking at Pokemon like Shinx and Eevee for the physical body design. I knew I wanted to do that tail, and I knew I wanted to make her a leaf hoodie. So my idea for this one is honestly kind of like a cute little rogue type Pokemon. She hides in her leaf, she pulls it down to hide her face if she gets shy or nervous. She's kind of giving me like cat cross fruit Assassin's Creed kind of vibes, and I'm absolutely loving it. At the end of me playing around with the mouths, I decided to give her a much smaller mouth. I wasn't digging the larger mouths. The face design, I was kind of looking at a Sprigatito. I was thinking that kind of face shape with the eyes and the smaller mouth. I really was vibing that. I'm playing around with if I wanted like an underbelly design or color, and I decided to scrap that idea. I decided to keep her orange theme body, so I'm putting like little spots around her to kind of like mimic what she has in her Animal Crossing design. I add in just like small little details, playing around with the lines here and there, just to kind of polish my idea a bit more. And then I come back to the face. I eventually decide that the rounded face looks a bit too boring. I move the nose down, I give her some tufts on her cheeks just to break it up a bit. For the color design, I play around with a few different tones of orange from the sketch to the final design, honestly. Same with the green, I end up going back and forth from lighter and darker shades because I wasn't entirely sure what I wanted. For the eyes, at first I decided to go for like a red pinky kind of look, and then I felt like it actually looked a little bit too scary. So I do eventually change those eyes to the darker green. I just feel like that matches a lot better. And the whites of her eyes, I decide to keep a yellow instead of a white, just because I feel like it matches the color palette a bit more and it makes the whites in the eyes stand out a lot more too. Okay, so let's look at what Tangy looks like as a Pokemon. Okay, like I said, this is my favorite of all the designs. I feel like it's the most Pokemon looking one to me. I'm just so proud of this one. Honestly, Anka is a close second, but this one, if I could have this as an actual Pokemon, I 100% would want this on my team. Let me know which one is your favorite out of these four. Let me know what your favorite villager is down in the comments. And if this video does well, I might do a part 2 and I might pick out people's favorite villagers from the comments. So please like, subscribe, share with your friends, comment down below your favorite villager and your favorite Pokemon villager from this video. And come join the Discord if you want to vibe with the community. I have so much more planned for the channel, so stay tuned. See you cunts later.